guys, welcome back to my page. I'm the Reflective Perspective Oracle. Today we're going to do a pick a card reading surrounding what it is that you're nurturing right now, or what are you manifesting, what are you calling in, that kind of thing. I pulled Plant Some Seeds from the deck, and that is what Spirit would like us to do a pick a card about today. And let's get started with pile number 1. All right, pile number 1. So it seems to me that you are coming to the realization that you and another person might not be on the same level of perception. That is to say, maybe you have grown apart, maybe you have leveled up to a different level, and you're just noticing that this person isn't a part of your life anymore. Or, I mean, what I mean to say is that they might not be a part of your life going forward. And that might be making you a little bit sad because obviously, you know, we engage with people, places, and situations not really thinking that they're not going to be a part of our life forever. I mean, that might not be the case for everybody, but I mean, I think that this is part of what we do. We take the risk, we engage, right? But I feel as though lately you have been taking off your mask, really asking yourself why it is that you feel you need to be a certain way. Maybe you felt that you had to wear this mask in order to stay in this relationship, again, apply to your life, person, place, thing, or even platonic or romantic, but you're taking that mask off, or at very least you're taking a look at it, okay? And I think what you're realizing is that, you know, although it might hurt to be leaving this scenario with this person, place, or thing, or relationship, what have you, that you're realizing that it happened for your growth and for your evolution, for your you know, the cycles of death and rebirth, metaphorically speaking, and that it's, you know, we have many of these cycles in our lives, and every time, you know, we get reborn into this new version of ourselves, right? And that new version of yourself is a boss. And so that's somebody who recognizes what it is they want. They realize they can be, do, or have anything that they want. They're like a magical manifester. They've got their ducks in a row. And I think what I'm trying to say is that it's not like you're saying, you know, to this person, place, or thing, you know, like, screw you, I'm out. Like, no, you're having respect for the situation. You're having respect for yourself. You're recognizing that, you know, that old version of you was wearing a mask and that it wasn't in alignment with who you actually are. And by stepping into that energy and recognizing that this was all for your growth, this person, place, or situation, they came into your life to help you get to the next level of metamorphosis, of change, that now you're able to like really be truthfully honest with yourself and not wear this mask around people, and that is the version of you that is the boss, right? So I feel like you've been manifesting this for quite a while. You've been nurturing those seeds. You've been looking at the truth and really giving it love and attention, and understanding that this is something that, you know, this has been coming in like a long time coming. It's been in the making for a while. So I added some Psychic Tarot for the Heart cards by Holland just to clarify. And you guys got Seek the Truth, okay? So I also even heard in my head, Speaking the Truth. Seek the truth and speak the truth. So you've been seeking and speaking the truth for a while now, wanting to really take off that mask and be truly who you are. And this is, again, rebuild, right? This is all happening for your growth, your evolution, your manifestation of the new person that you are becoming, right? It's building more clarity within your heart space about what it is that you're willing to accept, and from yourself and others, and recognizing that there doesn't even need to be any emotional baggage connected to that person, place, or thing, because you now see that it was all for your growth, right? And then finally we have clarity of belief. Now look at this. See this beautiful butterfly here? I mean, it's also number 1. So, you know, at the end of 10, we go back to 1, which means growth, rebirth, clarity of understanding, clarity of belief, knowing why it is that you had to go through all of this, right, with this person, place, or thing, to recognize that you need to take the mask off and step into your true boss energy, okay? And that is what you've been manifesting, that's what you've been nurturing, and that is what is going to be, those are the seeds you've planted, and that is what's coming to fruition very soon for you, if not already. So I hope that resonated with you, pile number 1. All right, pile number 2. similarly to pile number one, I feel as though this is it's an emotional manifestation, and leveling up, if you will, of the emotions, of the understanding of oneself. Okay, I feel for you, pile two, that you used to be, or quite possibly still could be, somebody who constantly feels as though they need to over-explain and overshare themselves in order to allow relationships to stay, or certain scenarios in your life, because when we give people the playbook, it's as if we are doing that in order to help them, aiding them in the ability to, know how to treat us. Therefore, it prolongs the relationship, so that it can remain, right? But the thing is that we really want to come from a space of allowing people to treat us in the way in which they truly are. Therefore, we can make the decision based on that instead of how we've told them to treat us. Now, I think that you've come to this realization. You have two cards of your intuition knowing here that it is time to move on and it is time to level up. And it's saying, those two cards are saying you are ready for this. Now, it's causing you some frustration, some anger, some emotions that do not feel good, but you are being asked quite adamantly, do not stifle those emotions, let them up and out, and that is how you're going to level up quicker up out of this situation. If we stifle emotions, they just come back to show us in another, like, they'll repeat themselves in the future with another person, right? So we need to feel, we need to not be engulfed by the flames, but allow ourselves to feel in a healthy manner, okay? Now, I pulled some cards from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart by Holland, just to clarify here. And for you, pile two specifically, I feel as though this is a romantic thing, but it, again, apply to your life. It could be anything. So we've got awaiting results, okay? And as you can see, when we plant some seeds, what happens? We're awaiting results, right? This beautiful tree, this woman here, and it's as if she's planted herself, okay? Lots of foundational building is what I'm hearing. I'm just being drawn to the red in each one of these cards, which is your root chakra. Just, this is building a new foundation for yourself of understanding what it is, maybe your old patterns in the past of, just patterns that don't serve you anymore when it comes to relationships. Okay. What are you nurturing right now? The ability to understand oneself and one's patterns, and knowing when your intuition is literally giving you signs of, this is enough. We don't need to play in this realm anymore. We've leveled up past this, or we need to level up past this. And this is what I feel like you're nurturing, pile two. Now, you also got trust, okay? So, I mean, what more is there to say about that? To be honest with you, I would like to see if I can't find the card here that, okay. Yeah, it's talking about trusting the path that you're on and knowing that it's the right one. Believe that whatever you desire concerning affairs of the heart can be manifested in the proper time and for your highest good. So yeah, exactly. Knowing that this stuff takes time, right? And that you've come to the conclusion is the first step, okay? Again, you've been planted. This is very foundational for you. This is releasing old timelines, old patterns, old programs, knowing that you just need to trust your intuition and your gut, and you are awaiting the results of these seeds. But by doing so, by even seeing all these patterns, you have no idea how you've just leveled up. Like, that's incredible work. And then, of course, pile number two, you have love. Okay, so now look, these vines here, they've been grown. They're grown into this beautiful heart-shaped love here, and like, the seeds have blossomed, right? Again, I felt that this pile, I think it's specifically romantic, but again, it could be just the coming together of you and the right people, places, and situations that are better served at this level of perception for you, okay? So again, this is what you've been manifesting. This is what you're nurturing. Congratulations, because this, I'm hearing, it's taken some patience, okay? So, good work. Let those emotions up and out. Don't stifle them, and then, move on as your intuition has told you to do, because you are manifesting some pretty beautiful things for yourself, pile number 2. So I hope that resonated. All right, pile number 3. What are you nurturing or manifesting at this time? Okay. I'm not getting anything super specific here because, of course, we have the surprise card. And whenever the surprise card comes out, it's like, I have no control over that. It's a surprise. Spirit wants it to be a surprise for you. But we can get some clarification as to what you've done in order to get there. So let's see now. Pile number 3. You know, you have been stepping into your energy, and what I mean, like your true authenticity, okay? You've really been listening to your own heart, making decisions from a place that feels good to you, okay? And even though others around you have given you advice, and you know it's through their lens, right? And you know it's through they're filtering their opinions through their lens of what they've seen and all their, you know, experiences in their life. You've really just been listening to yourself, appreciating those around you that love you and want to help you out, but you've really just been bringing it back to a heart space. I think you've been very patient with yourself because, you know, What a Difference a Day Makes talks about sleeping on it, allowing some time to pass, knowing that, you know, by sitting in that energy of trust and understanding and patience, that all your dreams and prayers are like, you know, your prayers are being heard and miracles are going to occur here. And I also feel like you've really stepped up your game in the sense of, like, you know, you're only sewing together in your mind the things that are valid and have foundational means. What I mean by that is, like, you're no longer like, what if this and what if that, like in a negative sense. You're kind of what if this, what if that in a positive sense. Like, what if it will succeed? What if I can succeed? What if it does work out? What if I, you know, it's like, what if I fly instead of fall is kind of what I'm hearing in my mind, okay? So I feel like you've been nurturing this new version of yourself. That's what, those are the seeds that you planted. It's like this, you planted the seeds of authenticity and you're literally stepping into them. And so again, asking Spirit, like, what is this about? What is the manifestation? Well, they're not specifically telling me, but I did pull some Psychic Tarot for the Heart cards by John Holland just to clarify a little further. And you got dedicated effort, okay? So you have been making the dedicated effort. You've been putting in the work. You've been nurturing these seeds that you planted. You've been giving them love and sunshine and water. This is all metaphorically speaking, of course, unless you have been planting some seeds and taking care of those as well. But you have been putting in the dedicated effort, and Spirit's really coming through to reward you about this because we've got that surprise. And that's all. This card is always talking about big, beautiful surprises, right? So then we've got Love Abounds, and I feel like, again, the green is bringing me to the heart space of, you know, you have been literally making choices and decisions only based on what it is that you wanted to do. And that is all coming from the heart space. And it is allowing you to shine. It is allowing you to shine at your best. And when you shine at your best, the things that can come through, I mean, it's vibrationally, like, I feel like you, pile 3, are on a vibrational high. Like, this is, and if it isn't happening yet, it's coming, because you are literally making the dedicated effort to put time only into you, making decisions from a heart space, knowing that that is what you deserve and what you need, and you're having patience with that, and you're having patience with yourself and your manifestations that you're trying to nurture to bring in, okay? So, you know, pile 3, this could be with anything. So whatever you've been focusing on and putting your time and attention into in the positive sense of what if it can happen, what if it will happen, how is it gonna feel when it happens, then this big beautiful surprise is on its way. I don't know what it is, but all I know is that it's fantastic. So congratulations, pile number 3. I hope that resonated with you. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my page. I super appreciate you all. If you're interested in a private reading, I'm here for that. If you're interested in our deck, the Mystical Magical Mirror Reflective Perspective deck is available. Just send me a DM and we can connect that way. Thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.